We're counting down the top 100 most collectible Sports Illustrated covers of all time. But before we jump into the top 100, we're going to start with the honorable mentions. All right, guys, so I know you cannot wait to dive into this top 100 countdown, but first, we're going to take a look at a list of some of these covers that just missed out on my top 100. If you haven't already, make sure you watch my prelude video that explains how I came to all these rankings and how I put them together and what all factors go into it. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in and look at these honorable mentions. We're going to start with this John Havlicek Sports Illustrated cover from 1966. So this is actually the second time that Havlicek appeared on the Sports Illustrated cover. The other time was in his college jersey when he was playing for Ohio State alongside teammate Jerry Lucas, who also went on to be a Hall of Famer. But that cover didn't highlight just Havlicek just as much as this one does, and so this one's probably just a little bit more collectible. Plus, you know, Hondo, well known as a Boston Celtic, and you got that really cool background banner there of the world champion Boston Celtics. So this is from 1966. It's his second cover. He appeared on the cover 6 times. He's a Hall of Famer. He's a 13-time All-Star, 8-time NBA champ with all those great Celtics teams, and he was on the recent All 75 top 75 players of all time. This issue has been graded 5 times, and the current leader is a 9.0. Also interesting of note is that Havlicek was a college teammate not only with Jerry Lucas, but also with the legendary Bob Knight. Next up, we've got a cover here with Cassius Clay, also known as Muhammad Ali, and Sonny Liston. Of course, Liston and Muhammad Ali are forever linked. They had a couple of big-time fights. That was how Muhammad Ali won his very first heavyweight title, was by knocking out Sonny Liston. And this is from 1964. This is actually Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali's third Sports Illustrated cover, and he appeared on 38 total weekly covers. Sonny Liston himself actually appeared on 10 Sports Illustrated covers. Of course, it was a massive, massive upset whenever Ali knocked him out to win that heavyweight title. Liston is ranked as the 10th best heavyweight boxer of all time by the Ring magazine. Muhammad Ali is ranked as the greatest boxer of all time. He also won the 1999 Sports Illustrated Sportsman of the Century Award, and he held the Ring magazine heavyweight title from 64 through 70, and then was also the undisputed champion again from 74 to 78. This is from February 25th, 1964. That's actually when the match occurred, but this cover was a couple weeks later in March 9th of 1964. And actually, it was only a couple days before this cover came out on March 6th that Muhammad Ali announced he was officially changing his name from Cassius Clay to Muhammad Ali. And this was once again when he first became heavyweight champion. He had been an 8-1 underdog in this boxing match. Of the 46 sports writers that were ringside, 43 of them had picked Liston to win by knockout, and Sports Illustrated rated this fight as the 4th biggest sports moment of the century. So very, very iconic boxing match and moment and cover here. And this issue has been graded 10 times, with the leader being a 9.2. Next up, we've got Tim Duncan and we've got Kobe Bryant. This is the first Sports Illustrated cover from Tim Duncan, who is pretty easily considered to be the greatest power forward of all time, and often gets ranked as a top 10 player of all time. And then Kobe Bryant, this is his second Sports Illustrated cover, so this is somewhat of a cover that doesn't get enough love, in my opinion. It's from 1999. Kobe appeared on 23 total covers. Duncan appeared on 12 total covers. And Tim Duncan, of course, Hall of Famer. He was a 15-time All-Star. He won 2 MVPs. He was a 5-time NBA champ. 3 of those times he was the Finals MVP. He was also 15-time All-Defense, and ESPN ranks him at number 8 all-time, and they rank Kobe at number 10 all-time. This issue has been graded 65 times, and there are currently 3 9.8s. Next up, we got Steve Young, Hall of Fame quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. This is from 1993. It's the first of 8 times that he appeared on the cover. He is a Hall of Famer. He was a 7-time Pro Bowler. He won 2 MVPs. He won 3 Super Bowls, although only one of those he was actually the starting quarterback. Of course, 2 of those Super Bowl victories, he was backing up the legendary Joe Montana. But he did win a Super Bowl MVP, and he has the second highest quarterback rating of all time, only behind Aaron Rodgers. This copy has been graded as a newsstand 15 times, and the leader is 4 9.6s. Next up, we got David Robinson, the Admiral, and you can see him on the cover here while still at Navy. This is from 1986. It's the first time he appeared on the cover out of 7 total appearances. He's a Hall of Famer. He was a 10-time All-Star. He won a scoring championship. He won a rebounding championship. He won a blocking championship. He was 8 times All-Defense. He won a Defensive Player of the Year. He won Rookie of the Year. He won 2 NBA championships. He won the MVP award during the 94-95 season, and he comes in at number 24 on ESPN's all-time greatest list. He is one of only 4 players, and he's the most recent to record a quadruple double, with others being Nate Thurmond, Alvin Robertson, and Hakeem Olajuwon. On February 17th, 1994, David Robinson put up 34 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, and 10 blocks. This issue has only been graded 8 times, and the current leader is a 9.2. Next up, we've got Hall of Fame and legendary third baseman for the Philadelphia Phillies. That is Mike Schmidt. This is his first cover. It's from 1976. He appeared on 6 total covers. He's a Hall of Famer. He was a 12-time All-Star. He won 3 MVP awards. He won a World Series. He won the World Series MVP, finished his career with 548 career home runs. He also won 10 Gold Gloves, so amazing overall player. He's one of only 18 players in MLB history to hit 4 home runs in a single game. This issue has been graded 8 times, and the current leader is a 9.2. Next up, Ichiro Suzuki, red hot. This is his first cover. It's from his rookie season, 2001. Ichiro only appeared on a total of 2 covers. He is a future Hall of Famer as of the recording of this video. He has not yet reached eligibility, but he will be first ballot, no doubt. He won an MVP award. He was a 10-time All-Star. He won 10 Gold Gloves. He won 2 batting titles. Finished his career with 3,089 total hits, despite beginning his MLB career at the age of 27, because he had been playing previously in Japan. Absolutely insane. This issue in newsstand has been graded 78 times, and there are 12 9.8s. Next, we've got 2 all-time NBA legends, Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan. This covers from 1991 when they faced off against each other in the NBA Finals. It, of course, would become the first NBA title for Michael Jordan. So Michael appeared on 50 Sports Illustrated covers, which is the most of all time. Magic appeared on 29 Sports Illustrated covers, which is up there as being one of the highest as well. And Magic is a Hall of Famer, 12-time All-Star. He won 3 MVP awards. He won 5 NBA titles. 3 of those times he was the Finals MVP, and he comes in at number 5 on ESPN's all-time greatest list. This issue has been graded 38 times, and there are 2 9.6s. Speaking of NBA legendary duos, how about this one? Larry Bird and, again, Magic Johnson. Of course, these two were linked even more closely than Magic and Michael. Larry Bird and Magic were linked all throughout their careers, even going back to college. And this covers from 1992. It says, "Memories, Bird and Magic, gone but never to be forgotten." And Larry Bird appeared on 21 total covers. As I mentioned previously, Magic was on 29. Larry Bird, Hall of Famer, 12-time All-Star. He also won 3 MVPs. He won 3 NBA titles, and 2 of those times he was the Finals MVP. He comes in at number 7 on ESPN's all-time list. This has been graded 11 times, and there are 2 9.6s. Also coming in on the honorable mentions, this is Vince Carter. And this is Vince Carter's first Sports Illustrated cover. It's from 1998, playing in college with the North Carolina Tar Heels, and he appeared on 3 total covers. Great overall player, will be in the Hall of Fame. One of the biggest reasons that this cover has extra collectability is it is a variant. It's one of the early examples of a regional variant cover that Sports Illustrated did. And not only that, but it's a 1 of 7 variant. There were 7 different Sports Illustrated covers that week, which basically means that there was about 1/7 of the amount of this particular cover that was printed that would have normally been printed of a regular issue. So it makes it very rare, very, very difficult to find. Vince Carter was an 8-time All-Star. He is 23rd all-time in career points. He's 6th all-time in three-pointers made, 3rd all-time in games played. He's the only player to play in 22 seasons and over 4 different decades. He was the leading scorer for the 2000 USA gold medal winning team, and he's widely considered to be the greatest dunker of all time. So I mentioned that this issue is rare. It's only been graded 3 times in newsstand, and the leader is a 9.4. Here we have Rick Barry, NBA legend. This is his first cover from 1967. I absolutely love the Golden Gate Bridge there in the background. It says San Francisco's new idol. He appeared on 5 total covers. He's a Hall of Famer, 12-time All-Star. He won a scoring championship. He won an NBA championship. He won the Finals MVP. He is on the NBA All-75 team. He's the only person ever to lead the NCAA, the ABA, and the NBA all in scoring. He averaged 36 points per game, which is the most in NBA Finals history, and he is the only player with a 50-point game in a Game 7. He, of course, is well known for his underhanded free throws, and he retired as the all-time leader in free throw percentage. This issue has been graded 7 times, and the leader is 2 9.2s. Here we got Randy Moss. This is his first Sports Illustrated cover from 2002 with the Minnesota Vikings, and he was on a total of 4 covers. Randy Moss is a Hall of Famer. He's a 6-time Pro Bowler. He has the most receiving touchdowns in a single season, which was 23 in the year 2007. And he is currently 2nd all-time in career receiving touchdowns, and he's 4th all-time in career receiving yards. He's also got his own, let's see, what would it be? An adjective. You got mossed, to describe someone basically towering over and making a catch over a defensive back. And so this is, maybe that's a verb, I don't know, forgive me. But anyway, this issue has been graded 68 total times, and there are 11 9.8s. Next up, Larry Bird again. This is his 3rd overall cover, but it's his first pro cover, shooting over Dr. J there in the NBA playoffs. It's from 1980. Again, Larry Bird appeared on 21 total covers. We already shared his accomplishments, and this issue has been graded 11 times, with the leader being a 9.2. Next up, we've got Shohei Ohtani alongside Mike Trout. This is from 2018, and this is the first cover for Shohei Ohtani. So, of course, this one still has potential to climb, depending on the career trajectory of Shohei Ohtani. But what we already know is that he is one of the most incredible baseball players that we have ever seen. And this first cover also is a variant. There were 2 different covers released that week, and Ohtani has already been on 3 different Sports Illustrated covers. So far, he's a 3-time All-Star, 1 MVP award, and he's probably the most unique player that we've seen since Babe Ruth. Also, a really good chance for him to win the MVP award from this past season that just completed as well. So this issue's been graded 42 times, and there are 15 9.8s. Next up, Arnold Schwarzenegger. This is his first and only Sports Illustrated cover from 1987. And of course, Arnold, well known for many different reasons. He's considered to be one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time. He was Mr. Universe at the age of 20 back in 1967. And he went on to be a huge movie star, starring in multiple box office hits like Conan the Barbarian, Terminator, and Predator. And then he went on to be governor of California from 2003 through 2011. So pretty much a pop icon, a pop culture icon, and just an overall legend. And this issue in newsstand has only been graded 5 times, and the leader is a 9.2. Here we've got Warren Spahn, legendary pitcher with the Braves. This is his first cover. It's actually his only cover, and it's from 1956. Love that shot of him there in his windup. And Warren Spahn, Hall of Famer, he won a Cy Young. He had 363 career wins, which is still the most all-time for any left-handed pitcher. He was a 14-year All-Star, and that's even with missing 4 full seasons due to service in World War II. So that's pretty epic. He comes in at number 47 on ESPN's all-time list, and this issue's only been graded 8 times, with the leader being a 9.0. Here we have Al Kaline and Harvey Kaline, and this is the first cover for both. This is from 1956, and Al Kaline is, of course, the bigger feature here. He's in the Hall of Fame. He was on 4 total covers, but Harvey Kaline was a good player in his own right. He did appear on 2 covers, and he was an 8-year All-Star. He won the batting title in 1959, batting .353, but Al Kaline, he's known as Mr. Tiger. He's a Hall of Famer, 15-year All-Star, finished his career with over 3,000 hits. He also won 10 Gold Gloves, and he comes in at number 71 on ESPN's all-time list. Really interesting tidbit about Harvey Kaline. He was the final out in 2 separate Sandy Koufax no-hitters, one in 1963 and one in 1965. He also went on to manage the Brewers to the 1982 World Series. Next up, we've got Roger Bannister. This is from 1955. This is his first and only Sports Illustrated cover, and this one's collectible for 2 reasons. Number one, Roger Bannister still a very relevant, very legendary athlete, because he was the first person to break that 4-minute mile barrier, which for years was literally deemed to be physically impossible by people around the world, and he was the first one to break it. But the second reason this is collectible is because this was the very first Sportsman of the Year issue for Sports Illustrated, and so this issue has been graded 10 times, and the current leader is a 9.4. Next on our honorable mentions, we have an issue from 56, and we got 5 different St. Louis Cardinals going from left to right. You've got Bill Verdon, Harry Elliott, Rip Rapolsky, Wally Moon, and Stan the Man Musial on the right. And this is Stan the Man's first cover, which is what makes this collectible and which is what puts this on the honorable mentions list. So Wally Moon actually did appear on another cover himself, but Stan the Man, he appeared on 7 weekly covers and also 1 commemorative cover. And he is an all-time legend. He is a 3-time MVP. He, of course, is in the Hall of Fame. He won 7 batting titles. He won 3 World Series championships, finished his career with 3,630 total hits, 20-year All-Star, and he comes in at number 10 on ESPN's all-time list. This issue has been graded 20 times, and the leader is 2 9.2s. Here we have dummy issue number 2. This is from 1954. So Sports Illustrated did put out 2 dummy issues before they released the actual first issue of Sports Illustrated. This was to kind of get some feedback from potential readers, as well as give potential advertisers an idea of what they could expect. And so these dummy issues are kind of some unique collectibles here. This one, once again, being the second one from 1954. It's been graded 14 times, and the leader is a 9.4. And here we have the first dummy issue. This one is actually from 1953. And once again, just getting some feedback, giving people a feel for what the magazine would be. You can see it actually says the New Sport Magazine. Neither of these dummy issues actually said Sports Illustrated because they hadn't settled on the name Sports Illustrated yet. That kind of happened at the last minute there. And this was from December 5th, 1953. So this issue has been graded 13 times, and the leader is a 9.0. Next honorable mention is Sugar Ray Robinson, boxing legend. It's his first cover. It's from 1957. He appeared on 2 total covers. Sugar Ray Robinson was the world welterweight and middleweight champion. He had a professional record of, listen to this, 128 wins and 1 loss, and then 2 draws. And of those 128 wins, 84 were by knockout. At one point, he won 91 fights in a row from 1943 through 1951. What an incredible run. He is considered to be the greatest boxer pound for pound by many publications, and he was listed in the top 3 in pretty much any list that I could find ranking the greatest boxers of all time. This first cover for Sugar Ray Robinson has only been graded twice, and the leader is an 8.5. And rounding out our honorable mentions, very last one that just missed the list. This is Cristiano Ronaldo, and this is his first Sports Illustrated cover, absolute soccer legend. And this is also a 1 of 4 variant. There were 4 different covers released that week. It's from 2014. This is the only time that Ronaldo appeared on the US version of Sports Illustrated, but he was on many covers on the SI China as well as the SI India versions. And so Ronaldo, 5-time World Player of the Year, holds the record for most appearances, goals, and assists in the Champions League, as well as the record for most goals in the European Championship, most international goals, most international appearances. He scored over 800 official senior career goals for both club and country, making him the highest goal scorer of all time. So once again, absolute soccer legend, and this issue has been graded 12 times. There are currently 3 9.8s. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you stay tuned for the upcoming releases of the actual top 100 countdown. They'll be coming out 10 at a time. If you have not yet, please subscribe. I appreciate likes and comments. Until the next video, we'll see you next time.